Hi, and welcome to day 10 of JanuDAILY. It's 2:30, you guys. It's 2:30, and I'm just starting the vlog. I have reasons: busy with work, busy with toddler stuff, getting him acclimated for his new school, all that kind of stuff. Also preparing for the snow that apparently now has been moved into the evening part of the day. So I really thought that we would have like a fun afternoon playing out in like snowing, like falling snow. That's not happening. But what is happening is, because of said snow, my husband is actually home early and like can take over the child shift. So I'm going to tackle the nails. These are my very first set of GelX nails. Are they going to focus? No, they're not. Okay, either way, these are the very first set of GelX nails that I've ever done. I love the design. I'm happy with the way they came out. These suckers are on, like they are on. I did them, I think on the 30th of December. It is the 10th of January. So to me, that's awesome. And these suckers literally not going anywhere. There are things that I would have done differently had I known then what I know now. And so I'm eager. I'm excited to try different things out. I'm excited to try out a new design. I have one earmarked that I think I want to do. The thing is, obviously I've got to get these babies off. I have an idea of what I think I'm going to do. I don't know that that's going to work. The other thing is, I have not really fully made up my mind yet whether or not I'm going to attempt to fill these in with builder gel, or depending on the state of them, whether I'm just going to have to remove them entirely and start over with all new extensions. Both options to me are fine. It's just a matter of what I find once I start to buff, or I guess I'm going to try to shave off, sand off, file off, file. Aw, Joey, you'll get there in the end. File off the design and the layers of builder gel that I did on top, which in my opinion were completely unnecessary for your very like initial set. Builder gel is great, I think, for fill-in. Doing a gel overlay on top of gel extensions, I don't think is necessary. I think it was a completely unnecessary step. I don't know why I did it. I did it because it's what I saw on the internet. I don't think that's what I should have done. I won't be doing it this time unless I'm doing it as a fill. So this is less of a tutorial and more of a, let's try to do this together and see what happens. So let's get these suckers off and go from there. All right, I'm one hand in, and I think we're gonna try to do a fill. So I used this porcelain bit to file down the polish and like nail art part of my extensions. And I'm pretty sure it got down through some of the builder gel as well. And once I got down to like kind of where the extension was and where you could see the obvious like gap in line between my natural nail and like obviously where the growth had been, filed down around the edges best I could to kind of flatten, like make the extension a little more flush with my nail, so that when I go in with the builder gel, I can essentially rebuild the shape of what I want my nail to look like. But I'm at a good stopping point for right now. I do still have to do this hand, but my son just woke up from his nap. I'm gonna go hang out with him for a hot minute, and then we'll come back and do hand number 2 before we get started on like actually doing a manicure. So I probably should have done this before I got to this stage, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take care of like my cuticles and do like the actual manicure part of my manicure before I move into the fill and then the actual like nail polish part. I think I'm in pretty decent shape. I'm not really sure, because again, I've never done this before, but they seem okay to me to be able to do a fill on. I will also adjust the length a slight bit because I'm a short nail girly, and I've already filed these down once while I had the extensions on. I got the short or extra short extensions from Beetle. I'll link them down below. They're still very long. Like, they're still pretty long, especially for someone like me that is click-clacking on a keyboard all the time. I tend to prefer shorter nails. So for my manicure, it's in a different bottle. Don't let that fool you. This is not what it is. I got, let me see if I can find it. I use this from Sally's. Is this gonna focus? Okay, so I use this from Sally's. If I can find it somewhere to link, I will link it. I just put it back in this little bottle because it's easier to use from in there. But I basically put it around the edge of my cuticle and then push it back, and then I use a cuticle snipper. So pretty standard. I use a metal cuticle pusher, but if you are new at doing your nails, start with a wood one or like a rubber one before you move into metal, because they can be kind of aggressive on your nails. Also, same kind of rule of thumb with any file. Like, you gotta be real delicate with it, because you can accidentally get down to the base of your actual nail, and that's not, you don't wanna do that. So I'm gonna move into cuticles, and we'll check back in when we move on from that step. Okay, I am all done pushing my cuticles back. So now I'm just gonna take some acetone. Again, it's just not acetone. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol. I just put it in this tiny little container. I don't know why. It's from my Sensational kit from like 10 years ago, but it's just rubbing alcohol. I'm going to use that all over my nail with a paper towel, and then we'll move on to the next step. What I'm doing now, I'm not entirely sure is fully necessary, but I've seen it on a few videos, and I've actually only seen it on videos of adding new GelX extensions. But basically, I'm running some acetone around the edge of the GelX extension. Apparently what that's supposed to do is just kind of help it melt into your natural nail. Obviously, I'm doing a fill, so the edge of the GelX extension is further down my nail than it would be if I was doing a new set. But I figured it couldn't hurt to do this step, just to kind of maybe adhere some places where it might have lifted a little bit in the wear and tear over the last 10 days or so. So the next step from here is I'm going to let this dry for just a minute. And I think I'm gonna just do one hand at a time, but I'm gonna add primer to just my natural nail. Actually, you know what? I probably need to like rough these up a little. Yeah, probably. So now I'm just gonna like rough up the extension before I do the builder gel. Doing rubbing alcohol again, just to get rid of any oils and the remaining dust. And now I'm gonna go in with a gel primer only on the natural part of my nail. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. This is the builder gel that I'll be using. Again, if I can find it, I'll link it down below. And then I'm gonna hold my finger upside down for about 15 seconds just to kind of get the gel to settle. And then I'm gonna cure it. or like flash cure for 15 seconds. I'm just removing the sticky layer of the builder gel with rubbing alcohol, mostly because I am gonna go take a break and have dinner with my family and then return to do the nail art after. But first I'm gonna go ahead and very quickly put the builder gel on this hand. Okay, so while I'm letting the primer dry, words are evading me, I want you to take a look at how the nail looks with the fill-in. Doing a little check-in. I've literally been here all day. I started at what, 2:30? It is 6:53. To be fair though, I've taken quite a few breaks and I just stopped and ate dinner with my family and all of that good stuff. But it does take a while. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like doing this stuff does take a minute. There's a lot of reasons for that. I'm sure filming didn't make things any quicker, but I did just say, I was like, you know, probably not my brightest move ever, because I am getting ready to do the hardest part of this, which is, well, not the hardest, I guess it's all kind of tricky, but I am going to like be doing the painting and I mean, very basic nail art, but still nail art. And I just had my weekly glass of wine where I also housed an entire pizza. Because if you're ever curious what I'm doing on a Friday night, I'm having my glass of red wine and I'm eating an entire thin crust pizza in one sitting. I have no shame about it. I make no excuses. It's what I love. And it's so good. We get the Mamakaze thin crust pizzas from Aldi. I dress mine up. I get pepperoni, but I dress mine up with olives and onions. And it's so good. It's so good. I think it's like $3.50 for pizza. It's so good. You can't go wrong. But I am now going to rough up the gel that I just did the fill-in with, just so that my gel polish actually sticks. And then we're gonna do gel nail polish like you would do normal gel polish. The only thing is, I'm gonna be doing, well, this, sort of. Can I insert a picture? Do I know how to insert a picture? We're gonna find that out. This is the manicure that I'm basing this off of. I'm not gonna do flowers on every single nail, I don't think. I might change my mind, but I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. I am gonna be doing flowers on a couple of nails because I think they're really cute. And I will be using my new little chrome set that can also be used as your DIY cat eye. Beneath the cat eye, or beneath the flowers, I am going to be doing a cat eye, but I'm actually gonna be using, Is it distracting that I'm like filing my nail at the same time? I'm sorry if it is. I'm gonna be using a holographic cat eye polish that I have and that I love. So I'm gonna get moving with this. Hopefully I will be done before my bedtime because I'm very much looking forward to reading in bed. And the truth of the matter is, I still have to edit this video to go live tomorrow at some point tonight. So just send thoughts and prayers this way. I messed up my almond shape on a couple of my nails and it's totally fine. Okay, I will be back once I'm actually painting. It's the next day because I lost my will to live last night. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I realized at the very end that the nail art wasn't nail arting, it was late, I was tired, I gave up. I did finish the manicure, I finished the top coat and all that kind of stuff, but I stopped. I didn't even attempt to do the flowers on this hand because of the fail with the nail art. I honestly, like I mentioned in the text, I think it was the top coat. I actually had a different no wipe top coat prior, and I actually looked for it last night before I even tried it with this one because I just had a feeling. So I know it's the top coat that made that completely fail. But now I have flowers that are not really flowers on these two fingers, and I want to take them off. So I think I'm going to one of the porcelain bits, maybe this one, and just kind of file down to get rid of the flowers. Still need to show you the final results, which I will do here in just a hot minute, but let's get these flowers off my hands. While I wait for the rubbing alcohol to evaporate, I do want to talk very quickly about the importance of safety with an e-file, because I have definitely nicked my skin on a few occasions on this hand, and my cuticle area looks rough. So definitely be more gentle than I was yesterday and a little bit more precise and careful, because Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will get better at this. Again, this was only my second time doing GelX, only my first time doing a fill-in. And actually from like a fill-in perspective, I'm really happy. I think that went really well. Of course, there's things that I could improve on. That's always going to be the case. Not my favorite manicure, only because I'm so bummed about the gel art not working on it. But as far as like the actual polish is concerned, I mean, it's great, it's cute, it's fine, just is not as exciting as I wanted it to be. But again, only my second attempt at doing these types of nails. So if this type of content resonated with you, or you just think we are the type of people that could be friends, go ahead and subscribe. I'm vlogging every day in January. And once January is over, I will have more consistent vlogs moving forward for the entire year. I will see you guys all again tomorrow, which is actually today. Bye.